Sometimes the past is like a magic mirror. You look into it, and you travel into times before you. Other times, it becomes a tool that helps you understand the present. And to some, it lights the path toward the future. Here at Efik Stories, we travel through time, through Efik eyes, in tales of recorded history, oral traditions, and ancient myths, to remind us how far we have come, and to make us wonder where we should be going. Here is another Efik story. Sometime in the 7th century, around the time Islam began to spread across North Africa, many peoples started to move, groups leaving the northern regions and journeying southward. In what is now Ghana, Equatorial Guinea, Nigeria, and Congo, many African ethnicities still tell stories of ancestors who migrated from the north of the continent. Because written records were scarce, and what survives today depends largely on oral tradition, it's difficult to know exactly when each group left and when each one arrived. But one thing is certain: we carry these memories in our stories and in our genes. Efik people say they left Nubia around this time, a great sojourn southward that would, centuries later, lead them to the banks of the Cross River. Though no one can say exactly how long the journey took, Efik historians agree that by the 10th century, the founding fathers of the Efik had established themselves in what is now southeastern Nigeria, a land that would later be known as Arochukwu. At this time, the group was called Iboku. Their leader, Iboku, is remembered as the first Edidem, the first king of the Efiks. Whether he led them out of the Horn of Africa or rose to power during their migration, no one can say for sure. But history tells that by the time of the third Edidem, the group was once again on the move. Oral tradition says their migration from Arochukwu was driven by religious differences. The Efik refused to submit to the deities of their hosts, and so they journeyed south once more, deeper into Ibibio lands, seeking peace and freedom. They found refuge in Uruan, where the Efik and the Uruan lived closely, trading, intermarrying, and sharing language. Over time, the Efik tongue became heavily influenced by Ibibio, their uniqueness surviving mainly in their names and naming system, their rituals, and their rites of passage. But peace did not last forever. History records the famous Efik Uruan War, Ekọñ, Abasi, Añwan, which forced the Efik to migrate yet again. This final journey from Uruan to the coast marks the founding of present-day Calabar, a new city born from endurance and vision, a civilization that would rise where river meets the sea. The migration story of the Efik people, though parts may be lost, still holds its essence. We may not have maps or written records of every step, but what we do have is a people who have always held fast to their unique identity. Through centuries of migration, through disaster, natural and man-made, the Efik have remained. And this is another beautiful Efik story, a story of migration, of self-determination, of survival against political and religious subjugation. From the Nile to the Atlantic, the Efiks of Calabar endure.